Oh, good afternoon, everyone. Just taking my snail's pace afternoon walk. Smells kind of smoky out here today. And I've seen a bunch of people already walking by. Wow, be busy road. Yeah, it's a nice evening, but I can see haze on the horizon. Well, it is what it is. Oh man, I forgot my cat food. Oh well. Yeah. I'll slow down a little bit. Yeah, God, I almost... Anyway, just putzing along. Taking it in. I don't know, what can I talk about today? I'm all kind of talked out. I've got a friend that's their nephew is in the Thai infantry. He's a conscript, so he didn't volunteer. He's a private. But I got a bunch of pictures sent yesterday and today of their achievements, I guess you'd call it. They took a hill. It made the news, but I got pictures of the actual troops up close and circle, this one's this one and this one's this one and that kind of thing. But understandably, his mom, his aunt, and his grandmother were just stressed out because he's right on that one, I don't know the name of it, that border camp. They can't talk about it, because there's always a media blackout. But then they took this hill, raised the flag, and then the media made a big deal out of it. So then I'm not sure, regimental or battalion commander said, yeah, you can, it's painfully obvious they know where we're at, so you can send pictures to your family. So they did. But it's got to be hell. War is hell, right? What kind of bush this is? I think it's just a weed, but it's a cool looking weed. Anyway, but I don't know. Don't really want to talk about war. But every day, somewhere in the world, there's war. Multiple multiple wars. Looking at the clock here. Yeah. At any rate, the grandma at my development, I was out working on a project on my tailgate, and nothing heavy, nothing, but she whips in this little roller skate of a car, and like, holy shit, I didn't know she still drove. She had just come back from a funeral up in Chiang Rai, up at the big city, and of course she talks to me like I speak Thai, just and I'm like, I don't, God. Anyway, damn, I'm at my turnaround point already. This blows. But I get to smell flowers and just look at stuff, and these are pretty. That one way up there, it's a pretty frickin' flower. This red plant here. There's one that fell off. Looks all nasty looking, but look at this thing, man. It's like, that's just trippy. Huh. Trying to figure out what button to push to turn around. But anyway, so yeah, I feel sorry for those family members that don't know where their loved ones are. They see the news and they see firefights and shit. They're showing that on the news. I'm seeing they're running up a hill carrying M16s, God bless America, right? And you can hear the AKs cracking off from the other side. You can't, if you've ever fired any of those weapons or been around them, you know the report, you know what it sounds like. There's no mistaking it. And so, and I'm just thinking, I'm yelling at at my phone, stay down, Jesus, stay down. Fuck. I mean, they're just running and they're stopping and looking around and shit. I'm like, dude, just get on the ground. It's just, but that happens a lot. I mean, every war I've seen from afar, they do that shit. They get into this, I don't know, false sense of, oh, we're fine here until we get to there. But someone can be over there, 300 yards, 400, 500, 1,000, and take you out. It's not that difficult. Yeah, I'm kind of nothing coming. I'm going to walk over into this piece of property over here and see what I can make out of it. And they built it up nice, packed her down. I don't know what the wait time is. They've got access ports, for the concrete, square concrete canal, culvert, whatever that they bury. So here's an actual marker right here. They put these little concrete posts up, yellow top on them. That's actually a property corner. there's going to be a pin down there as well. But I'm looking across, I can see a bunch. Sorry, filming the ground. But I tell you, man, I'd love to have a chunk of a patch of land that I could own on my own, without a business, without being in the wife's name, without having a lease. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody that comes to America could just go buy up land. What do you think of that? Give me your thoughts on that. Or in your home country. Don't know what it's like, but in America, you could be a foreigner and buy a house, buy land, buy businesses. Yeah, you bucksheesh, you got it. Sign here, it's yours. And every day, another chunk of America goes to the hands of someone other than an American. Aw. Dude. I gotta show you this. I mean, it's just like... I hope they... Now, I should have done a warning first, but... couple of... I hope they had a little fun before they got run over. So, anyway, I'll continue on a different subject in a minute. But yeah, they just come and buy land, and there you go, you know. So I can understand why here they I can't buy that. You know, there's conditions. That was a big one. And there's a frog there. Jeez, it's looking at all kinds of stuff. No dogs in the ditch. That's a good sign. Anyway, one of these days coming up, I'm gonna not film my chin. Let me get past this little elevation difference. I'm gonna go down here to their house over here. They invited me over to take some pictures of their farm animal and all that stuff. Some time ago, and I haven't taken them up on it yet, but I will. You know, I'm in the holding pattern, like I said in a video that I did yesterday. That won't come out for a while, but I'm just kind of in the holding pattern, waiting until I'm free to, you know, my back. It's boring, but it is what it is. So I know who owns that little white motorbike. It was that one lady that went walking by the other day. She just walked by and got on it when I was talking about the mice. I might cut that out. I have a friend that's, you mention mouse, and she freaks out. Mention rodent, rat, anything. It's like freaks out. So maybe I just like put a warning. Look away now. Count to 5, you know, and then look back. Plug your ears. But anyway, I don't know. I'm going to work on another little project when I get home. Okay, I'll explain it. And I might show it later. I could have filmed doing it, you know, but I didn't. So, but I got some of that. I believe the real name of it is plasterboard. It's cardboard, but it's plastic, right? I decided that was what I was going to use for this project. And that project is, or was, in my kitchen. I've got a set of windows facing one direction and a set of windows facing another direction. And when I'm standing in the kitchen, the countertops aren't as high as what would be typical code for the US, right? They're like lower. Not by a great deal, but they're lower. I'd say about crotch level on me. Okay? And the windows are not much higher. Okay, I'm going to lean up against my truck because it looks like it needs to be supported. So, when I first moved in, I'm putting the kettle on. I'm in the kitchen. Little bachelor pad, right? I'm naked. The windows are open. There's no curtains. I'm in a secluded little corner, right? No kids and shit running around. Now, the side that faces the development and faces the one neighbor, that's closed off. But in my kitchen, it's wide open. Well, I'm standing there doing this with a packet of coffee, you know, shaking my bag. And the old lady that lives down here comes walking by and sees me, right? And I'm like, holy shit, man. I like natural light, so I got to do something, right? So I'll go up this way here. Show you from the outside first. As you can see, it's getting dark. But I put up, well, you really can't see actually. But inside this window is my kitchen, right? And just below this is the counter, like here, about this level. So I took some of that plasterboard stuff, that white plastic, see that? And put it up across. Like this level here is like my nose, okay? So I can see out, I get light, natural light through the white plastic. And when the old lady takes a shortcut from way down there, boy, the camera, it looks way lighter than it is. But, you know, when she comes walking down here to the garden area over here, she doesn't have to be objected to me standing there buck naked. So that was my light duty project yesterday, right? I had purchased the plastic before I hurt my back. like a big roll. They put it in a roll at the stationery store right down the road. But I'm like, God damn, tired of looking at that, you know. And so I got some stuff to make it work. So I made it work, and it looks great, easy peasy. But then today I took the drops, or the extra, and my steel wire rack in the kitchen. I think it's 4 shelves on it. You know, it's only 3.5 feet wide by as tall as me, almost to my forehead, let's say, with the posts, right? And then about 4 inches below that would be the first shelf. Well, I cut that plastic and put that on the shelf on all of them, so nothing can fall through, nothing can like tip over. Everything is clean, you know. You can just wash it off if you have to, dust it off, but it's full of stuff now. But so that was my project today. Whoopie ding. So when I go inside, I'm going to I have a small shelf that I put up, a stainless steel shelf in the bathroom that I'm just leaving. I'm going to put that same stuff on that, because what I have now is various assorted plastic containers to contain things, to keep them from falling through the cracks, right? So I can lose a few of those containers. Some of them are quite convenient. You know, you got your razor and whatever. But some of it's like, you know, I don't need a container for that. I just need a shelf. You know, extra shampoo or whatever. So anyway, that's the extent of my project. While I'm here, I'm gonna go check my and see what's been happening with it. I know it's I can barely see it, but it's here. I've got my cat deterrent there, little plastic pokies, you know, because the cat would come and claw, you know, do their scratchy on the bottom of my bag, the bottom of my sack. God dang it, man! I sure miss that. And the mat. Yeah, it's a nice little setup. Pretty cool. Anyway, 22 minutes. I think I disobeyed doctor's orders. But I stopped for a couple minutes, so anyway. Thanks for watching. Hope we have some better news next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.